Pittsburgh Steeler fans, Steeler Nation, Homie Nation, Pump Your Brake Nation, everybody, welcome to another Wednesday night episode of the Pump Your Brakes podcast on the Steel Curtain Network, affiliated with the Fans First Sports Network. I'm one of your co-hosts. I'm your boy Tate. We got the fellas. We got the triple OG Shannon White with us. And we got the little fella, Big G. What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man?
Hey, man, that car screeching and that motor revving up had me hyped already, dog. I was hyped already. I said, man, my energy was a little low tonight, but, man, that got me going, dog. So let's do what we do. You know how we do. We get it lit up over there. The live chat is jumping off. Let's get them rhythms jumping off. It's Pump Your Brakes podcast. The Steelers are 4-2, and let's go. That's all I'm saying. Let's go.
Man, love the energy, Big G. Love the energy, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so I need you and Shannon to do me a favor, man.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to keep up with the live chat. My other tablet I usually have here that I watch the comments on right in front of me is dead. I had to charge it up. I didn't charge it before this, so I'm not looking at the live chat. So you guys let me know what's up.
Hey, I got something already, Brother Tate.
What's that,
King
man?
Tate, one of our absolute favorite community members, who we all know and love, Afton.
Huh?
The way I read these comments earlier, it's somebody's birthday, maybe Sunday. This coming Sunday. And somebody's hoping for a Steelers victory, and I definitely agree. But hopefully, regardless of a win or loss from our Steelers, that they have a happy birthday.
Whose birthday is it?
Afton.
Oh, Afton's birthday.
Yeah.
Sunday is the 30th?
That sounds about right.
Now, Halloween's the 31st. That's Tuesday. So it'd be the 29th.
Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe y'all shot her out on the hangover. Today? No, yesterday. When was your daughter's birthday, Big G?
Tuesday.
Which was 24th.
24th. Yep. Tuesday.
Yeah, my sister's birthday is today the 25th? It's today.
Yep.
It's Pay's birthday too.
Well, I didn't see nothing on Facebook, but happy birthday to all of them.
Yeah. I don't do a whole bunch of birthday posts and commenting on Facebook because I don't like to get caught up in the comment thread because you get notifications all day.
Man, I get them all week, dog. I understand how it go, man. And they said it's Joshua's birthday in the live chat for sure. Josh. So, Josh, we appreciate it for sure. And happy birthday to you. And thanks for rocking out with us on your birthday, dog. We appreciate
I said the wrong person. I thought it was Afton. It was Josh. Well, happy birthday, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I see old Wes in the live chat. What's up, Wes?
Wes talking trash.
No, he was close to being right, though. He said Cooper Kupp was going to light us up, but Cooper Kupp didn't do nothing. It was Puka Nacua that lit us up.
You know why? Cooper Kupp didn't do nothing? Because when Patrick Peterson had him most of the game, and when they switched up and finally got in their right mind and decided to level up as an organization and put Joey Porter Jr. in the game, that shut down old Puka Nacua, and he wasn't getting nothing. But like I've been saying all along, Levi Wallace, you're trash, dog. Get to the bench. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
On that lollipop touchdown to Tutu Atwell, which I predicted last week was going to be a problem.
Facts.
If Wallace got stuck on him, it was over. Game over.
Toast.
And he lollipopped that ball up in the air. Wallace had no clue. He was 3 yards deep in the end zone. And Atwell had to run back to the one to catch it. Looked like a punt. And walk in the end zone. I'm like, how long are they going to keep trying to put Wallace out there?
It was an article. I saw it on Bleacher Report. I believe it was by the Steeler Depot guys, but they said that 3 Steelers that need to go out with the trash.
Well, I know one of them is, and I know the top
Levi
dog.
Wallace.
Yep.
Chandon Sullivan and Isaiah Loudermilk.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. To the trash you go.
They
But
got
Tate, I think they be listening to us, dog, because there wasn't nobody talking about trash. Wasn't nobody talking about it, bro. But they trash. You know what I want Coach Talon to do? I want him to put Levi Wallace on the bench and just take his helmet from him the whole game and make him watch. And then after the game, be like, that's how a real cornerback plays. That's how I want him to do so bad, dog. Because he's trash. We're not going to cut him. We're not going to get rid of him. But just take his helmet from him so he can't check in the game no matter what. Not unless his helmet is relinquished to him.
But to set him on the bench, they got to make a move or two.
Oh, he froze, dog.
This week, guys. They got to.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I think we're gonna get to that with the trade thing for sure when we get to talking about that, bro, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. After said another dude on FFSN said that he was tire fire. Dog, why they stealing our stuff, Tate? What's going on around here, man? Why they taking why did they done welcome themselves to the house of G. Stradamus and understand what is going on with that old
little tire fire for you.
facts.
If they start holding up signs, we'll know.
Yeah, it's okay.
We'll
It's
definitely
okay.
know then.
Yep.
It's okay. It's okay.
But hey, man. So Shannon wanted to, because y'all just jumping around, so we just jump around till we get ourselves in line again.
Jump around. Jump around.
But
Yes, sir.
G talked about Levi Wallace. That's true. I'm with you now. You was maybe you was on your G Stradamus, man, when you said he should be cut in the preseason.
I seen Wayne out there, Tate. I seen way out there, man. Yes, sir. The G Stradamus is in the house. I seen way out there, dog. I seen way out there.
I thought you was way off, man, but you might have been up on to something. But Shannon said he'd like to see Darius Rush start to get some ticks. Let's see what he got. So he's already, I mean, he had to be on the 53 in order for the Steelers to take him off of practice squad.
Yeah.
So, you know, it sounds like I read a couple things. He's really picking Pat P's brain, just like Peasy was doing earlier in the summer. And Price, they both probably still do.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad guy. So I equated the two to Peasy and Darius Rush being Daniel's son and Pat P being Mr. Miyagi.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts 100%. Paint the fence. Paint the fence. Up and down. Right hand, left hand.
Wax the car.
Wax off.
Wax on, wax off. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Paint the fence. That's what I'm talking about.
So, Shannon, tell us a little bit more about why you ready to see this guy already.
Because
I'm guessing because he can't be worse than Levi Wallace.
Oh, definitely. If you see these Senior Bowl highlights, you know, they do a lot of individual drills, you know, during the practice week. And he was matched up on some really quality receivers. And the guy is excellent in man coverage. Now, I think he's a lost ball in high weeds in man coverage. So how they can use him is just like they used Joey Porter Jr. earlier in the year, is just say, stick him. Just wherever he goes, you go. You stick him. And you can get some snaps out of him that way while he's learning. And he's too good in man coverage to have sitting on the bench and inactive when they have nobody else besides JPJ who can play press.
Mm-hmm.
I keep seeing these statistics. The Steelers are in man 40% of the time, 38% of the time. No, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not man when you're 8 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Facts.
You can't cover a guy man if you're 8 yards off of him.
Yeah.
And that's all they do. That's what Wallace does, and that's why he gets toasted. So use Joey Porter Jr. as a starter. Put Wallace in your sub packages where he has some value. But bring Rush in like they did earlier with Porter. Let him get his feet wet with a few press situations.
Mm-hmm. Especially any team that goes 11 personnel.
Exactly.
Any team that goes 11 personnel heavy, he needs to get 25 to 30 snaps right off the back. Get him in the game and let him walk down on the wide receiver.
I tell you what I like to see him do or defensively. And I like Cam Reddish, not Darius Reddish. Cam Reddish is a basketball player. I like Darius Rush coming out of South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
He was they had another corner that went before him, maybe in the first or second round. I forgot his name.
Cam Smith.
Cam Smith.
Okay, Big G.
Yeah,
showing your level up college football knowledge.
You know I get down with the level up. You know I get down with it, man. I know that college football.
So I like both those guys, and I kind of would agree with Shannon, man. I like the measurables, man. I like 6'2", 200 pounds that can jam a receiver at the line and make it difficult on him. I mean, you don't have to stay with him long as you can, but if you stay with him long enough, that rush gonna get home.
Facts.
Hey, King Tate, I got to say this. 33.5-inch arms, almost as long as JPJ. 4.38 speed, better than JPJ.
Facts.
And, and the thing about him is he had a lot of that. He was the guy they picked on in college, and he still had good numbers. He still shut a lot of people down. So, I'm just really encouraged that they're going after that kind of corner. Because Trace, again, there was 3 guys I talked about before the draft, and it was JPJ and Trace and Rush because they're all of similar build and skill level. So, and now the Steelers got all 3 on the roster.
Yep. I looked up his PFF win percentage versus man press, because I get out on that all 22 film on Patreon. He had an 81.6 win percentage in man press. That means 81.6% of the time, he either knocked the ball down, picked it off, or caused problems enough to where somebody got home and made a sack. Yeah. That is outstanding. That is close to All-American status in college. So he needs to play, period. Point blank range. I don't care how you cut it, what you need to do. He needs to play. It might just be him understanding the ins and outs of the playbook and the scheme, but you can't teach talent. And when you can walk down and press, that changes the game.
And the 2 positions, like running back, you can come right in, like Darrell Henderson did to us for the Rams on Sunday. You come off the couch, and it's instincts. Yeah. And you know your assignment, you know where the hole, and you hit it. The same thing with the cornerback. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be real familiar with the scheme to play press man coverage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're matched up with that guy. That's your guy sticky.
Yeah.
It's more athleticism and instincts than it is knowing the plays and where everybody is. So you could get out there quicker if you're a press corner.
Yes. Trial by fire, baby. That's how you got to learn. Get in there and get it going. That's how you do it, man. And we need him this week. Listen, we're going to get to it, but Jacksonville ain't no punk, y'all.
No.
I'm trying to tell you, at that WR, they ain't no punk.
It'd be used to with both of us. The triple OG Shannon also said that he want to see old St. Nick get more playing time.
Yep.
Shannon, what you seeing, man? I mean, he got the playing time he got the other day because Steelers couldn't get off the field on 3rd down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I don't want it to be a have to, because that they're struggling, as you say, to get off the field on 3rd down. They give up way too many 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, because, again, when you're playing that soft zone, they was just picking them apart, Stafford was, with Puka. So, but why I want to see this, I don't know if anybody noticed, and I wrote about it in the stock report. TJ Watt did not look like himself Sunday.
No, he didn't.
He had no pressures, no sacks. He wasn't able to dip and get under. He wasn't as explosive. And he even switched sides in the game. And I believe that heel injury that came up last Thursday after our show, and he missed practice, I think he might have planetary fasciitis.
Yeah.
If he does, that's going to really affect his explosiveness. Now, he can run full speed, but when you try to push off and explode, it's really bad pain. And then if they give him an injection to numb it, then he don't have that feeling in his foot.
Mm-hmm.
And it affects his explosiveness. So the only way that heals is over time and with rest, especially when you're wearing cleats.
Yeah.
So he needs to have some time off during practice to let that start to heal and play less snaps. To play less snaps, you need a guy like Nick Herbig, guys.
Yeah.
Nick Herbig can come in and emulate and impersonate a lot of what TJ Watt brings to the table. And now they have somebody explosive like TJ who can get pressure. And we've seen he got that sack on Stafford Sunday. So that's another reason I want to see more Nick Herbig and more Marcus Golden to keep the two superstar edge guys healthier and, rested more for the end of the season.
Facts. Tate Boy Fresh, we got a super chat by Steeler D, man. Can you pull that up? And Steeler D, we appreciate it, man. So can you get it up? Can you pull it up? Because you look like you froze solid over there, Tate Boy Fresh. There we go.
Yeah.
Steeler D, we appreciate the $4.99. We need JPJ to replace Wallace and Fiacco at nose to stop the run up the middle. That'll get the defense right. I don't disagree with you so much, man, but I'm going to leave it to you guys. Y'all comment on what Steeler D is talking about to make the defense better. Shannon?
Well, obviously, we all agree that JPJ's got to start over Wallace. Wallace has to go into these nickel and dime packages where he's not being able to be targeted with one of the other team's top two receivers. Whoever he's on, whether it's the number one or number two, looks like a number one every week. It puts up huge numbers. He's much more effective. He has value, but it's in your sub packages. Now, as far as Fehoko, I've been wanting him out there all year.
Yeah.
Now, people are talking about Adams, and they'll look into all 22, and they're like, well, did you see him get penetration there? Did you see him do this there? Half the time, he looks good. The other half of the time, he's getting blown off the ball.
Facts.
Because he's not a nose tackle. He's a defensive tackle playing on the nose. Now, as a regular 4-3 defensive tackle, he can explode into the backfield.
Yeah. Facts.
And he's great at that because he's quick twitch, but he cannot anchor. So the how they use him is going to really mean a lot to how effective Adams is. And he needs to play more on your passing downs. And it's maybe second or third. Bring him in for a whole series somewhere, but he doesn't need to start.
Yeah.
And Fehoko will stop those open running lanes right up the middle because that's what the Rams did. They ran right up the middle.
Yeah. Tate Boy Fresh, what you got to say about that comment, man? You agreeing?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I definitely think Peasy needs to be on the field the entire time for every defensive snap.
Yeah.
Fehoko, they can bring him in on rundowns, but I don't want to see him in there on obvious passing situations. But I mean, because that's what he's geared to do is stop the run. So yeah, I mean, he should definitely get some playing time. But I think when Cam gets back and they put Benton in nose with Larry O, I think that's our best front three. You just got to keep everybody fresh by rotating the guys in.
Yep.
I'd like to see the Steelers. This is just me. I'm not Terrell Austin. I might have a better idea than what he has, but I would man Peasy up. I would have Peasy followed.
Yes. Yeah.
Just follow the best receiver, and then you can do whatever you want with the other guys. You can play zone. You can play man. You can play fire. You can do all different stuff. Just put Peasy on the best receiver, man to man. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, yeah. And if you really think the guy is that much better, you give him a little safety help over the top. But if when you guys got to understand, all of our people that's watching this over in the live chat, when they design a game plan, they watch film and then they figure out what guy can be targeted the most, i.e. what the Rams just did to us. They knew Puka or whatever the dude's name was, they knew they was going to throw the ball to him a million times. So if you switch up how you call the defense, and like you said, Tate, follow and chase the number one guy, that changes the complexity of the game plan because now you was expecting them to come out and shell, cover 2, sometimes even cover 3, and maybe walk a safety down. You're not going to get that if you got a chaser. If you got a chaser, that eliminates the ability for him to be the number 1 read every time. The only way the number 1 guy gets open consistently in a scheme like that is if they run crossing routes. And then you got to switch. It's just like basketball. You got to switch. So you make sure you can put yourselves in position where you trade off, where JPP gets traded off to a rush or gets traded out to a Patrick Peterson. You got to play it that way because that allows our guys, Highsmith, Herbig, Golden, Watt, to get home and put pressure on that quarterback, bro.
Yeah, I've seen enough of Sullivan and Wallace. I mean, I put Pierre out there for mine. Let's see what he doing this year.
Yeah,
he got a couple of snaps Sunday.
Yeah.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, I know how I told you guys. We y'all jumped me out of order and stuff. Just jumping in, taking the train in the wrong direction.
Yes, sir.
First, I'm gonna put up the first thing I'm supposed to put up. We're gonna discuss it for real quick, and we're gonna take a break and come back. All right.
Got you. Yep.
So the first thing I was supposed to put up before I got sidetracked, Big G.
Yes, sir.
is the Steelers Hall of Honor class of 2023. We got Jerry Mullins, Ray Mansfield, and I know Ray Mansfield played for the 70 Steelers the first 2 Super Bowls, I think.
Yes,
guard.
sir. Yes, sir.
I didn't know Jerry Mullins. I heard of him. I'm saying I didn't never seen him play. I really know a lot about him. Of course, I know Aaron Smith and the man Debo. So what do you guys think about these guys going in this year?
Tate Boy Fresh and Shannon. Aaron Smith was one of my favorite Steelers. I gotta admit it. I'm not saying he's top 10 greatest all-time Steelers, but he was one of my favorite Pittsburgh Steelers because he personified what a Pittsburgh Steeler is. Tough, gritty, grimy, fighting, scratching, and clawing 24/7, trying to get us the dub. When I saw that, I was like, wow.
I'm going to ask you a tough question.
Yes, sir.
Who you take between Aaron Smith and Kiesel?
Oh, my God, Tate, why are you doing that to me, man? Oh, my God. I got to take Aaron Smith, man, but I love Kiesel too, dog. That is a hard one, man. That's one of the hard – matter of fact, on all the podcasts we've ever shown or been on, this is the hardest question you might ever ask me because they were both gritty and grimy, dog. Yeah, and that's what we got to have from the defensive end standpoint. But Aaron Smith was that dude, dog.
What about you, Shannon?
Well, both of them personified being a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah.
2 of my absolute favorites, as Big G said. Aaron Smith was so vital to that defensive line because he was so selfless. Back in those days, they didn't get to rush the passer until it was obvious that it was a pass, and then they could start trying to collapse the pocket. Aaron Smith on a different team would have been a regular Pro Bowl player. But he sacrificed stats to help that defense be the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
So I love Brett Kiesel. Everybody knows I love the beard. Yeah. But Aaron Smith was just a notch above, in my opinion, as a player. They're both excellent human beings, and I just couldn't be happier that he's going in the Hall of Honor.
Yeah. And quietly, I wish they would hire Debo as a coach. I mean, people can say I'm crazy and talking crazy, but we need the presence of Debo in the locker room, dog. Debo's gonna get them pumped up and ready to roll. I need Joey Porter Sr. or I need Debo in the locker room at all times in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Because there's gonna be some accountability or there's gonna be some furniture moved around. One way or the other, the job's gonna get done. So I want them 2 dudes in that locker room.
Joey Sr. had his chance. He was on the staff for a few years. Mm-hmm. And I don't see Debo as a coach. I don't know. When I see him, I don't see coach. But he could have aspirations. Mm-hmm. But
I don't see Debo as a coach.
Yeah, I don't either. That's what I said.
I see it.
When he left and AB was doing all his craziness, Debo jumped in there and supported him and said bad stuff about Tomlin. And I think a lot of that, is the time has healed those wounds, but I don't see him in the coaching staff.
Yeah, I don't either. That's G being like other Steeler, a lot of other Steeler fans where they think just because you ex-Steeler, you can coach.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm saying he gonna keep them accountable, or it's gonna be some furniture moving around. Because listen, that's what we need, bro. Debo will move some furniture around with Matt Canada while you playing. Matt Canada get the treatment. He gonna say, "Come here, dog. We need me and you going in this locker room real quick, bro." And you might hear some ooh ah ooh ooh ooh, and then he come out the locker room and everything's gonna be straight.
So let's take a quick break, real quick. And if you're watching on YouTube, stay with us. We'll be right back. You listen to audio, got to pay a couple bills, listen to a couple commercials. We'll be right back really quick. They won't be long. Welcome back to the Wednesday Night Pump Your Brakes podcast. I'm here with Big G and the Triple OG Shannon. Big G says, "Is it lit over there in the live chat?"
Hey man, it's unbelievably lit right now, man. We got so many comments. I promise you, we have had an astronomical amounts of comments tonight, you guys, and we appreciate it because that gives us the energy to continue to go. But even more so, we want to bring you guys the best quality content we can on Steel Curtain Nation, Fans First Sports Network. So we appreciate all y'all rocking with us because Tate Boy Fresh, Shannon, Triple OG, it's lit up like a Christmas tree. So if you're in here, make sure you hit the like button and share with somebody the content that's going on in Steel Curtain Nation, Fans First Sports Network. For sure.
Agreed. So, Dan Moore.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good game, his best game of the season.
Yes.
So is he holding Broderick off? Like, when's this change happen? If Dan Moore keeps playing well, will it happen?
Tate Boy Fresh, before we do that, we got another super chat from Wes H, man. And let's do that first before we jump to this. Wes H, I'm going to read your comment, and we thank you for the 5,
Thanks,
bro.
Wes.
To piggyback off Jeremiah, if Kiesel and Smith were in those 70s defenses, we still win 4 Super Bowls. Facts. 150% straight up facts. We win them chips. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. They was dogs. Steelers personified.
So they would replace Mean Joe and Greenwood, LC?
Just slide them on in there, dog. Just slide them on in there. Mean Joe was a dog. Greenwood was a dog. All-time great Steelers. But we still would get them chips.
It would be they're both defensive ends. So it would be LC Greenwood and Dwight White.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mean Joe was a tackle. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mean Joe and Mullins.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the tackles, with the DTs. Facts.
But, I mean, you can't take out LC Greenwood and Dwight White for Aaron Smith and Kiesel.
I know that, but I'm saying if we had no choice but to roll with Kiesel and Aaron Smith, we still getting them chips.
I think they could have still, yeah. If they would have had to replace them. But on that Steel Curtain front 4, they would have been backups.
Yeah, facts. Agree.
So,
all right, Tate, let's keep it pushing. Let's go.
When he's talking about Dan Moore and when will he relinquish the position,
I'm going to be honest, man. Somebody got to go on the offensive line, man. You can't have a first-round talent who has graded outstanding, not just graded well, who has graded outstanding according to the PFF stats. His grades has been over 85%, no sacks, no pressures. He's got to play. I don't care if you put him at a guard. I don't care if you put him in at the opposite tackle. The kid's got to play. Period. Point blank range.
Well, here's the question. Here's the question, Big G. We know that we drafted Broderick Jones to be left tackle.
Yep.
But if you look at that offensive line, in my opinion, the weak link is a Okorafor. Because Moore did have his best game Sunday, and he was pulling and leading up into the hole. He was doing kick-out blocks. He looked very solid, and he's always been a left tackle. So here's the crazy thing. Do you put Broderick Jones at right tackle and replace Okorafor for the rest of this year?
So I'm going to tell you this, man. You got to have played football to understand this. The right tackle is always the weakest tackle because the quarterback can see it coming if he's right-handed. He can see
if he's right-handed, yeah.
If he's right-handed. So normally across the front, unless you have a left-handed quarterback, the right tackle is the weakest one. So flip him. Put Moore to the right so that way all he's got to do is just stand a guy up all the time because he know it's coming. And put Jones in at that left, dog, and let's go. Let's go.
Moore supposedly not good at right tackle.
Man,
that's why I'm saying. If that's the case, do you put Broderick Jones there? Because I think Okorafor is the weak link.
Yeah, I agree. He's trash. I'm gonna start calling it now. He's trash. His grading out compared to the other offensive linemen on PFF.
Yeah.
His grades have been straight up trash. So it's time for him to get to that dang on bench. Get to the bench and get the rook in there and let him do what he got to do, dog. It's time. Because we're in a crucial part of the schedule. For all y'all that's out there listening to us and watching with us on
Three straight
on
home
podcast
games.
land. This is critical right here.
Yeah.
We got to get it in.
Okay, so I'm going. So we think Chooks is the weak link, but we got to wait and see how that plays out. Maybe Broderick Jones goes to right, but I think they drafted Broderick Jones to be the left tackle of the future, definitely.
Yeah.
So he suggest he stay at right. So I got something spicy here. You guys gonna probably give me a hard time, cause I know how you both feel. But I'm generally a pretty open-minded individual. I take in information, take in news, and watch with a watchful eye, the third eye, Big G, like your boys, the Wu-Tang, right?
Yeah, I can see way out there, dog. Way out there.
So I think it's going to end up working. Tate, what's going to end up working?
Tate. Oh, Tate. Well, I don't know, dog. I don't know. He's trash, Tate. I can't stop saying it. I cannot stop saying it. Matt Canada is hot freaking trash, dog. I think that it'll work out because the maturation of Kenny Pickett and him growing as a quarterback, not because of the extensive play calling of Matt Canada. Go ahead.
Don't that matter? Don't that matter?
It does, but it don't.
You think Kenny leading these fourth down drives in a handful of his games he's played, in his 18 games he's played. I mean, at least 5 or 6 of them I count. He's led fourth quarter comebacks. 6 fourth quarter comebacks. You don't think Kenna's is calling any of them plays that Kenny is executing?
Maybe, dog. Maybe, dog. Maybe.
What we need more than the play call. It's been some play calls that I completely disagree with, but what we need is for Kenny and the offense to execute in the first 3 quarters of the game like they do in the fourth quarter.
Okay, so do you think some of that has to do with play calling, the inability to execute? I see Shannon shaking his head.
I said there's been some play calling that's been questionable, but it's not all play calling. Trust me, it's a mix. And when Kenny start playing well and Canada start calling good, we'll see a nice ebb and flow. That's where we headed.
Hey, brother Tate,
Yes,
I see you listen to Mike Tomlin's press conference. He was like, Well, if Kenny Pickett hadn't have threw the ball out of bounds on that deep ball to Pickens, and if this wouldn't have happened and we wouldn't have missed all them blocks when they combo rushed and Warren could only pick up one guy, I wrote in my Steelers Stock Report article, I'm not going to talk about Matt Canada anymore. It doesn't matter. You can point out the obvious. Nothing's going to change. So I'm not going to worry about him anymore. But anything that happens this year, good, bad, how much Kenny Pickett progresses and how much that this offense stunts his growth, it's all going to have an asterisk on it for me. Because I am not going to make a decision on Kenny Pickett or any of these other guys as long as that guy is the offensive coordinator, because he is a liability. But I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to try not to and focus on everything else, because there's no way to justify the dude being there in that position he's not qualified for. But
Hey, boy, fresh. Go ahead, Shannon.
No, but I mean, that was basically it. But I'm saying that it's not fair to, again, they finally had 2 weeks to prepare for the game, and the first 3 quarters was more of the same.
Yep.
And that's unacceptable. They finally started doing a few fake handoffs, a little play action. They went across the middle some. You know, they would have been a nice completion if George Pickens hadn't a little alligator arm there. He was he looked like a T-Rex. He was like, nope, I ain't going to do that. Little self-preservation. Yeah. So, but a lot of the issues is just an anemic game plan and play calling, and I'll leave it at that.
Tate, Steeler Girl 808 said Canada is dog water. That is hilarious. Tate. She said he's dog water, dog. That is hilarious.
Man. I'm just saying, it takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 to run an offense. You know, your boy Brock Purdy having problems.
Yeah.
Is Kyle Shanahan calling bad plays?
No.
He didn't have Trent Williams or Deebo Samuel.
Hey, but listen, let me point this out. Outside of all the stuff that's going on with Matt Canada, with the maturation of Kenny Pickett, I'm addressing all them Steeler fans out there that fire Tomlin and do this, that. Let's get rid of Kenny Pickett. Y'all, we out there getting dubs. We out there getting W's, bro. We're 4-2, and they're growing up right in front of your eyes. So as long as we getting dubs, hey, I'm taking it all day and night, because a dub is a dub. We need W's. That's all that matters.
A dub's what matters, but it's how you win that matters also. And it's luck is unsustainable. And 3 of the victories, they were big gifts by the other team. Shannon. If the Ravens could catch a cold that day, then they would have beat the Steelers.
That's football. I mean, how much we talking about DeAndre?
Somebody besides the Ravens.
But that's football. You stay in the game, you keep it close enough, so at the end you can get. I'm not saying they playing well. They not. They've played terrible.
No, they're not.
But they're winning games, and the same stuff that's happened to other teams have happened to the Steelers before. So
get the dub.
What I mean,
just keep winning.
If all they're trying to do is win enough games to keep Tomlin's streak intact, and everybody's fine not making the playoffs or getting knocked out in the first round, then they're doing great. But what matters is progress every week. They have to improve and grow and then get to where they are a true contender. Because if you look at the teams that are contenders right now, and you look at what the Steelers are putting out, especially on offense through the first 3 quarters, it don't compare.
I agree. But outside of the Kansas City Chiefs, every other team in the AFC had to trial by fire. They had to grow into what they became. The Kansas City Chiefs was ready-made. You insert Patty Mahomes and off they go, because they already was there with Alex Smith. So the Steelers are literally growing up in front of our face. The issue is, and Shannon, I agree with you, that Cannon is holding us back as far as maybe as our progression. So it's unfair to give anybody a true grade. However, we getting them W's, man. And as long as we get them W's and they continue to grow and maturate, then hey, because guess what? We're not going to fire Canada. That ain't the Steeler way. It ain't going to. Maybe they reevaluate in the offseason and they make a decision about whether or not they let him go and bring in somebody else. But it ain't the Steeler way to do that, dog. It's not. So I, like Shannon, you're right. We got to continue to improve and maturate. But a dub is a dub, man. A dub is, I'm taking them all day and night. I would much rather be on the winning side than on the losing side. Every week.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And I think that's just this and Canada is a large part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But so is Kenny, and so is some members of that offensive line. You know what I mean? Some of those guys are responsible too. I mean, we can put blame everywhere. Levi Wallace.
Trash.
Giving up. I mean, the Steelers giving up those big running games, the first two games against the 49ers and the Browns.
Trash.
I mean, in spite of all that, they found a way to win. And I think, you know, I mean, that's what's important. I don't think Mike Tomlin cares about his streak.
Mm-mm.
The players probably do more than him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be the ones to be on the team that lost it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But does either one of you think it's sustainable as is?
No. We have to continue to progress.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, so we got another super chat. Steeler, do we thank you for the $4.99, bro. Canada has led an 18-year veteran in Ben, a 6-year vet in Trubisky, and now a rookie. I challenge anyone to point do a different in the first 3 quarters with any other team. So he's saying that Canada had been last year's not doing well. Mitch Trubisky is garbage, and then now a rookie.
He was only offensive coordinator with Ben for 1 year, and Ben wasn't listening to him.
No, heck no.
Ben was actually doing his own thing. And Mitch,
it still looked the same until Ben took over late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It's inadequate. It's juvenile, and it keeps getting thrown out there, and they keep wanting to blame execution. It's hard to execute when that defense knows what's coming.
Oh, Shannon, say that one more time.
It's hard to execute when the defense already knows what's coming.
Tate, you know where I'm going with there, Mr. Harbaugh. But that's for another show.
You talking about Ohio State, Michigan, and I told you.
Yes, sir.
And I told you, even with that, Ohio State just got whooped. I mean, okay, maybe Michigan stole some signs and knew some signals. Ohio State got bullied. They got whooped. They got the physicality wasn't even close. That's all I was saying.
I hear.
Y'all talking last year?
We're talking the past 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Canada went, but I think you're gonna see this offense start to turn it around and start to put some points on the board.
I agree.
In spite of.
Let's get Freiermuth healthy. Let's get Freiermuth healthy. Let's get Cam back. Let's see what happens going forward. You know, let's see the insert of Joey Porter. Let's see Cam Smith get some snaps. Let's see that. You know, now after these 3 games, but I'm gonna be able to tell you straight up after the 3 games if KP8 is the true answer, because they're critical. These 4 games in the middle are critical. 3-1, 4-0, y'all, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. So I just need to continue to see them progress.
And Jacksonville and Tennessee are more important than Green Bay because they're AFC teams. So you want to win your AFC matchups. And I don't know if Tennessee will be fighting for playoff positioning, but Jacksonville will. So you want to get that head-to-head win. But, you know, we got less than a week. We got about 5 or 6 days until the trade deadline.
Facts.
Shannon, what to talk about? Are the Steelers buyers or sellers?
I like that sign, Tate. That sign is boss.
Yeah.
That sign is killing them. Look at old Omar Connie, dog. He got him on the phone, on the horn with the Steelers logo on the shirt, working hard in there, man. I'm loving that graphic, dog. I see them dudes up there in the corner, too. I knew who Tate trying to get.
Yeah, man. I mean, tell me, talk. What y'all trying to do? What you think they should do?
Hey, man, if we're going to go all in, listen, let me tell you something, man. Y'all, I don't care if Steeler Nation get mad at me or not. If we're going to go all in and trade, bro, go get Chase Young up out of the Washington Commanders, bro. Go get him. Go get Chase Young and bring him in, bro. Go get him. If we're going to do the thing, let's go get Chase Young. Because I'm telling you right now, if you go Keanu Bitten at nose, Cam Hayward at left, Chase Young at right, and you got T.J. Watt and Highsmith standing up behind them, it's adios muchachos for the other team's quarterback, bro. He's not going to survive. See, they're going to knock his behind clean up out of the game. So I'm saying if we're going to push it in and Con Man going to do the thing, I want Chase Young. I'll take Patrick Surtain. We're going to have to give up a lot. But give me Chase Young, bro. Let me get him. Let me get him, man, in a Steelers uniform.
That's. I'm not saying I agree with you about Chase Young. It was earlier in the summer. It was a interesting thought. Now I think we got a solidified pass rush. I like Chase Young though, but I think we need a corner. Mm. We need that worse than anything.
Yep.
Shannon, what you think, man? Who you want?
Well, what's just the rumors? Patrick Surtain, yes, please. Whether it happens, but it would be lights out with him and JPJ. Jalen Johnson from the Bears, yes, please. Quality cornerback too. Jaheir Alexander from Green Bay.
Trade.
That's been a rumor. Yes, please. I brought up Damari Mathis from the Broncos. Yes.
Trade.
Now, today there's been a couple of new ones. People are talking about Justin Simmons from the Broncos. Safety.
Trade.
I do it right now because they need another safety to let Fitzpatrick be his true self and get back to his ball hawking ways.
Mm-hmm.
The one I have seen that I'm totally against is Hopkins.
Yeah, heck no.
They do not need another outside receiver because Deontay Johnson's back and he is an outside receiver only. George Pickens is an outside receiver only. They do not need Hopkins at all. So of all the guys I mentioned are yes, Hopkins is no.
Facts. Cap on Hopkins.
So do you guys think by Tuesday, I believe at 3:00, Tuesday's Halloween, that the Steelers will have made any move? Maybe not one of the moves you just said, but any move.
I give it a 55-45. If I had to give it a grade, I think 55% that they go for it. It's just a matter of Khan, because the issue really is Tomlin and Khan. You know, because believe me, Khan will do it. Khan don't care. You know, he like, look, bro, listen, we going for the gusto. So will Tomlin be okay with bringing a guy like a Patrick Surtain in and the draft capital that's going to cost you to get a guy like that? Or Johnson, you know, the Bears ain't getting fleeced again. We're going to have to give up at least a third, maybe a second to get him. They ain't going to get fleeced. You know, so Surtain first round. Couple of them other guys, maybe a second round, maybe a third.
Well, if you give up a third and get a starting corner for the next 2 years, I think you're doing pretty good.
Facts. I agree, Tate. Facts. Shannon, what's your percentage?
It's hard to even guess. In the past with Colbert, it's 0. He would never do that. But with Con, I'm like Big G. I think Con will do it like that. He wouldn't even worry. Mm-hmm. And he'd pull the trigger. But Tomlin, for some reason, is just, you know, these are my guys and I'm sticking with them. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know if he really realizes how badly they need another corner. Mm-hmm. So because of that, I agree. I'll stick around the 55-60 number, like Big G said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that number.
I hope to see a move, just because, like I said last week, I just like seeing things get shook up, man. You know what I mean? I like the idea of the defense with Pat P following the team's other team's best receiver. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and move Pat P like you want from the nickel to just a robber, just roaming. Mm-hmm. And let's see who we can get over there on the other side. with help over the top for the other guy. I'm trusting Peasy to go head up 1-on-1, bump and run press, and by the time they get by him, think they can ready to get it past TJ or Alex or Cam or somebody being the guy home.
Tate, all the contenders, Shannon, all the contenders is already making moves. Philly done made moves. Kansas City make moves. Believe me, San Fran about to make. Well, they already did. They got Kenny Gregory. I mean, Gregory, not Kenny Gregory, but the Gregory, the dude from Denver. So Randy Gregory. That teams is bringing in dudes right now to try to level up and get themselves in position to make a run. So if we feel that we're a contending team, let's make a move, y'all. Let's do what we do. Let's make a move.
With the Steelers bye week and then playing a 4:00 game on the West Coast, got to watch a lot of the Ravens and the Browns. And if you watch those two, this is just in our division. The AFC North is stacked.
Facts.
The defenses are top notch.
Facts.
And even the Bengals.
Facts.
And when you look at the difference, is these teams can play press man coverage. Cleveland dares you. They'll give you one-on-ones everywhere. Because they know that by the time your guy works open, their pass rush is going to get there. The Ravens are the most aggressive defense in the league.
Facts.
Every year.
Facts.
The difference is they can play press man and the Steelers can't. This trade deadline, Steelers got to fix that.
I agree. Without a shadow of a doubt, Shannon. I like all of that, bro. I'm buying it.
So let's before we wrap up, let's talk about the game Sunday. Jacksonville, the second hottest team in the league behind Kansas City.
Whew.
They won 4 straight.
Facts.
I believe they lost to Houston like we lost to Houston.
Yep.
And their second loss, I believe, was against Indianapolis.
Facts.
So, I mean,
boys. Yeah.
You know, we got Kenny Pickett coming in here to go. I mean, Trevor Lawrence coming here to go against Kenny Pickett. We got Travis Etienne. Him and Najee was drafted, I think, back-to-back in the same draft.
Facts.
They got Calvin Ridley and the guy in the middle. What's his name? Christian Kirk.
And Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram's good receiving tight end.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do we match up against that? What do we do?
Make the trade. No, but it's too early. We can't do it now. Listen, this is what we have to do. Tate, you were head on with your scheme. I think that JPJ has to follow Calvin Ridley everywhere he goes. I think he follows everywhere he goes. Christian Kirk is like a water bug. He can get open in a phone booth. So how you deal with a guy like that is you bracket him. But the issue is that they have another running back and tight end. I mean, they have another wide receiver and tight end and a running back with Travis Etienne and with Ingram. So how you have to do that is you cannot play cover 2, Tampa 2. You can't do it. They will beat that all day and night. You got to be willing to go single high. You got to be willing to go single high because how you win the game is getting pressure on Lawrence from a defensive standpoint. Offensively, Tampa Bay's defense can be had in the middle. I mean, not Tampa Bay. Jacksonville's defense can be had in the middle. Attack the middle of the field with crossing routes and inside routes by the tight end. And don't go away from the running game. Jalen Warren's got to carry the ball just as much as Najee. That's how you win. And their corners are not that great either. So Deontay Johnson and Pickett can get theirs without a shadow of a doubt. That's just what I'm feeling, Tate.
What's your thoughts, Shannon?
Well, one thing, they're going to have to play a complete game. They're not going to be able to show up in the fourth quarter and expect to win.
Facts.
I'm afraid that if they do, it's going to be bad. Lawrence is 1 week healed up from that knee injury, and you see what he did against the Saints, who have a good defense. He can run. So if they don't keep discipline on their pass rush, he's going to get outside and he's going to hurt them with his legs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if they play that soft zone, it's just Kirk's going to eat them alive. I like the linebacker matchups. I like Quan Alexander and Holcomb. I think they can help limit that middle of the field passing attack.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're going to have to be more aggressive on defense. I agree with Big G totally there. And they're going to have to possess the football, move the football, and keep that defense fresh. And they can win because they're going to have home field advantage. But if they try the same old, it could get ugly. Because, Big G said they got to use the middle of the field. Sometimes they forget all about the middle of the field.
Yeah, they don't attack it. And that's where they can be had. Attack the middle of the field. That's where they're going to get got.
They got those 2 second-year linebackers. They got the kid last year out of Utah. I think the other kid out of Boise State. Is that where he's from?
Yep, you're absolutely correct, Tate Boy Fresh. That's where they both from. But guess what? Guess what neither one of them can do? Cover a tight end. They couldn't do it in college, and they sure ain't doing it in the pros.
Yeah,
they can't cover tight end.
I expect Cam Hayward to be a bigger part of the plan this week.
You mean Connor?
Connor to be a bigger part of the plan. But so per score predictions for you guys real quick. Then go ahead and close it up.
I got the Steelers with a dub. Give me the Steelers with a dub. 27-21 Pittsburgh.
Oh.
27-21 Pittsburgh with a dub. That's what I like. Okay. Shannon, how about you?
I say the Steelers win with home field advantage, 27-24 on a late Boswell field goal. Ooh. And Kenny Pickett does it again by leading the game-winning drive.
Two nice scores. I want to see a game where I can see the Steelers control the game, where they can run the ball, score a touchdown, going in halftime up 14-3 or something like that. That's what I want to see. I think Jacksonville is going to be more competitive than that, but I think the home field advantage. I think Trevor Lawrence can be rattled. He can.
Facts.
He threw four interceptions against San Diego last year in that first playoff game, and they're not even that good, right?
Facts.
Well, talk about Kansas City. I mean, the Chargers defense.
Yeah.
Facts.
But yeah, man. So I got the Steelers winning. I think 24 is about their bar, but if they score 24, they should win. So I'll say 24-14.
I like it. Hey, and that 27-21, the Steelers get a defensive touchdown too, by the way. I don't care if it's a pick.
It's going to happen again, huh?
Yeah, it's going to happen. Somebody getting an interception, somebody getting a dang on something. Something is going to happen. They're getting a defensive touchdown.
What? Almost got it for you.
He should have had it last.
He should have had it, man.
He should have had it. It's one's coming. One is coming.
So, fellas, go ahead and close it out, man. Shannon, what you got going on, Big G? Do your thing. Let's get out.
Well,
Shannon,
the rest of this week, Friday will be my random Steelers observation, so be on the lookout for that.
Facts. Hey,
nice.
Yes, sir. We want to thank everybody over in the live chat. Tate, they still hitting it up over there. That joker is dinging. And my little headset right that I got inside my mic, it's going ding, 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 ding. So I'm loving it over there, man. We love the comments and we thank you guys. But if you like our content, make sure you check me and Tate Boy Fresh, my boy B-Dirt, and my boy Payday on Fridays on the Homies podcast, where we get that AFC chatter jumping off and jumping forward. And then afterwards,
B-Dirt not going to be there again this week.
B-Dirt gets the trash sign, y'all, already. He gets the trash sign early.
He following Michigan everywhere. He's a hardball lover.
Hardball sucks. Let's keep it pushing. Homies overtime after that. And Pay is going to be out there doing his Dan Le Batard impersonation. It was a hit last week. We was loving it. So look for him to get the Dan Le Batard.
It wasn't Dan Le Batard.
Who was it?
It was the guy just with the ESPN.
Who?
Shannon,
podcast? Oh, yeah, I know you talking.
ESPN.
He's on College Game Day.
He went to West Virginia.
Yeah. Shannon, you mute.
I swear, I just watched him today.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't call his name, but Pay did a great job last week. That's all I know. You know,
I can't think of it.
I can
Yep.
see his face.
Yeah.
This is gonna drive me crazy.
it's okay. It's okay.
He was a punter.
Yep, he was. He went to West Virginia. He was.
And he was a place kicker for West Virginia.
McAfee.
There you go.
Pat McAfee.
That no, their G don't go. Their Brian Brown goes.
Yeah. Facts. No, I just said that Pat McAfee. That's what I said. You know.
Okay.
But listen.
But Shannon said there you go. No, that wasn't you.
He said it over there. Oh yeah, I see him in the comments. Yeah. Okay. So
Thanks,
listen,
Brian.
appreciate it. So after that, after you check us out on Friday, make sure you come in on Sunday on the Know It Alls podcast with me, Mod, and Tate Boy Fresh, and I get to just totally talk about the trash Dallas Cowboys and it's going on down there because I'm getting it in on Sunday. Y'all better believe it, you know. And then don't forget to check me, Tate Boy Fresh, Relly Hall, my boy.
Stop saying
Tea.
sweet tea. Stop saying sweet tea.
He's Adios Muchacho Sweet Tea. So it's me,
I
Tate
don't
Boy
know, but
Fresh, and Relly.
We gotta take him off the graphic.
Yeah. Facts. On the That's Rather Cavalier, Cleveland Cavalier podcast. Me and Tate's actually jumping to another podcast in a few minutes.
Yeah, man.
You know,
I've been having the
recap.
Cavs game on right now on my.
I've been watching on my phone.
Right
Yep.
yeah, so we got to do that podcast in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then don't forget to check me and my boy Andy P out on the Level Up College Football podcast. Every Monday at 6, we go live on Facebook. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Y'all, it has been a hit and a blast over there in college football land with that Level Up with me and Andy P. We're predicting the games. People are loving what we're talking about. So just swing on over and check us out. You can find us under Spotify, under Fans First Sports Network. Don't forget to level up with us. And we appreciate all of you guys watching us on all the channels for sure.
So last thing was to show the AFC power rankings for this week. The Steelers have moved up to 5.
I don't know, man. Shannon, what you think?
I think that's about right. Buffalo might be higher, but I think that's about right.
Okay.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, the Steelers can prove a lot if they beat Jacksonville this week. They'll prove a lot.
We'll jump in the top 3 if we beat Jacksonville, without a shadow of a doubt.
I love the opportunities. But thanks everybody for spending your Wednesday evening with us, riding with us, pumping your brakes. We really appreciate it. Everybody in the live chat. We about getting ready to get out of here. Get all your Steeler news and information from the Steel Curtain Network, the website where you can read the articles, the YouTube podcast, the audio podcast. I listen to Jeff Hartman. It's more I listen to Jeff every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
It's outstanding.
Yeah, it is. He has good guests, and yeah, it's really good, you know. So it helps me get through my morning. But yeah, so just thanks everybody. We're about to get out of here. We're gonna let the music play for about 20 seconds as we outro. If you still here and you haven't hit that like button, like Big G is saying, get them algorithms going.
Yes, sir.
Them rhythms. That's what you call them, right, Big G?
Yeah, get the rhythms rumping and rolling. The algorithms.
Hey, thanks both of you guys per usual, man.
Yes, sir. Been a pleasure.
Definitely.
Shannon, take us out.